South African jazz legend Hugh Masekela has died at the age of 78. Masekela lost his battle with prostate cancer, for which he had been treated since 2008. In October, he cancelled a scheduled performance at the Hugh Masekela Heritage Festival in Rockville, in Soweto, to dedicate himself to battling the disease. The jazz veteran underwent eye surgery in March of 2016 after the cancer spread and had to go into theatre again in September of 2016 as another tumour was discovered. Hugh was born in Guagupa Township in Witbank and began singing and playing the piano as a child after a protracted and a courageous battle with prostate cancer. He passed away peacefully in Johannesburg, surrounded by his family. A father, brother, grandfather and a friend, our hearts beat with a profound loss. President Jacob Zuma has expressed grief at the passing away of the jazz legend.
President Jacob Zuma has expressed heartfelt condolences on the sad passing of internationally acclaimed jazz artist, legendary trumpeter, cultural activist and liberation struggle veteran, Mr. Hugh Masekela, who has passed on at the age of 78. Mr. Masekela was one of the pioneers of jazz music in South Africa, whose talent was recognized and honored internationally over many years. He kept the torch of freedom alive globally, fighting apartheid through his music and mobilizing international support for the struggle for liberation and raising awareness of the evils of apartheid. President Jacob Zuma bestowed the National Order of Ikamanga in Gold in 2010 to Mr. Masekela for his exceptional contribution to music and the struggle against apartheid in South Africa. President Jacob Zuma has said the nation mourns one of its most recognizable signature talents in the person of Hugh Masekela. The president has said his passing is an immeasurable loss to the music industry and to the country at large. His contribution to the struggle for liberation will never be forgotten. The president has wished to convey his heartfelt condolences to his family and peers in the arts and culture fraternity at large.
The veteran musician was bestowed with the Lifetime Achievement Award at 8 and 7 South African of the Year Awards in 2015.
All the people of South Africa, I just want to say that it was the people of South Africa, especially the township people and the rural people, and the people of all the African countries that I lived in during exile, and the people of the United States, from whom I got everything that I did get. If it wasn't for all those communities, I wouldn't be standing here before you. And I'm very embarrassed to be called a legend, because if it wasn't for all those people, I wouldn't be anything. So they are the legends. And thank you very much for the check of $100,000.
Fellow musicians and friends remembered Hugh Masekela as South Africa's greatest.
Breaking. Even though we knew he has been ill for quite a while, but we thought it's a battle that he will actually win. And, you know, when we had the news this morning, when everybody was like sending me messages, I thought at first, you know, it's a joke. And, you know, I've heard from the news and everybody's like, no, it's true. You know, the giant is gone. That's all that I can say. We just so heartbroken to lose yet another legend, you know, especially in the field that we belong to, jazz music. You know, he was the father of jazz. He was a legend. He was, you know, he taught us so much. We've learned so much. We collaborated with the young ones like us, and I'm just so heartbroken to yet lose another great giant in our industry.
I am just numb, you know. We knew Gutu Prayu was not well for a while, for a very short while, though we were taken by surprise when he announced that he was suffering from cancer. But today I'm totally numb as I open my television and I see this news. I hear this news. I'm very heartbroken. Prayu was my favorite musician of all time. He was, for me, the best that this country has produced. We have lost a real superstar musician. I'm very heartbroken today. I met Prayu many years ago. I remember he invited me to go to Botswana to go and be part of his recording of Mutlale Pule. I was one of the singers in that album that he did. And we've had a very, very, very spiritual connection, myself and Brahu. He was like my big brother. In fact, when I was a little girl, when I was young, I looked up to Brahu, and I used to think I wish I could meet him. That's when he was in exile. I am so devastated. He has had a big impact in my life.
We are saddened. We always are saddened by such things when they happen. It says to us that we have lost yet another resourceful individual within the industry. We know that when one of us passes away, it's the resurrection of their music, the memories of their music. It's sad indeed. We expected a lot from Hugh Masekela in terms of transferring his skills and giving us a replicator of himself. So it is sad news indeed for the industry.
Hey, my sister, it came as a shock to me, Yawana, because Hugh Masekela, he has once advised us as a group, and he has once featured us on his album Time, because he told us that, guys, you are on the right way, the way you're doing Khona. I love it, Machanser. He used to call us Machanser. So, like, I'm out of words. I don't know what to do, because when I hear the news, I was at the gym, and he would like to say, guys, don't smoke these things, don't do this. See, now we've done a mistake, so don't follow. That's why Alaska members, we don't smoke, we don't drink alcohol, because we listen to Brahu, because to us he was a pioneer, so we had to listen to him, because we want to be like him.
We are here where we are today. The achievements of the struggle against apartheid and injustice over the years. Music played such a pivotal role that it strengthened people. Besides prayer, music, after prayer was the next strengthening thing to South Africans and to all those who supported us worldwide over. So Brahu was at the center of that. And the fact that he left his own motherland because he wanted to actually tell the world out there about the injustice that people were suffering here. For us, we can never ever repay him enough, and that impact, and obviously the impact in the musicality of the sound that he brought, and the star that he was, the shining star that he was. He celebrated across the world. He held our flag high out there, and we are very proud. And he had undoubtedly the hugest impact, and just like the likes of the late Madam Makeba and others like Muslim Klonge and so on. He was amazing. And remember, your likes of Brahu and others like him, they brought this different jazz, to show that South African music can hold its own in the world. It was jazz, but it had its own flavor, and they did it like nobody else out there. And even though he spent about 30 years outside the country, he never lost the touch of being a South African. And for that, we will always remember him and celebrate him, and may his spirit influence and inspire many more to come, because of his music definitely will be around with us for many years to come.
When you hear news like this, you hope it's not true. You hope it's a hoax. I mean, Ubab Hugh was a very strong-willed person, and we know that very well about him. And so, when we heard about his cancer, we struggled with cancer, because of the strong person that he was, we were very hopeful that he would fight through it. So it's very heartbreaking. Brahu was a library, so it's very much like we have lost a whole library. He was not just a musician, he was, a world musician, an international musician, but also a very strong political voice. And so that was very inspiring for me personally in this age where mostly artists are seen just as being just artists. and entertainers only, but he had a very strong political voice, and so that was very inspiring for me personally.
Nothing has happened that hasn't happened. Death is not my friend. Death is not something that I have to learn to respect it. But really, it's just a gateway that it numbs everybody. And Hugh, you've left us. You've left us with a gift. You've left us with riches and richness. I just wish, Uguti, we this country don't play these people when they are dead. We should, while they are alive, they must be celebrated. You will hear now these hypocrites who say they love us. Now they're going to be playing us because it's newsworthy. They're going to be playing Hugh for a week and then they will dump him. So, Hugh, you have left us in big problems, Grootman. And as we go forward, we hope to end up, Hugh, you'll be a great Rosie. That you, Hugh, will come back and finish what you haven't finished here, Hugh. Hugh, I don't like these things that you guys, you die and you leave us with this nonsense that we have to face. Now, I heard Osmara saying that this is an industry. Osmara has never been in an industry. Hugh has never been in an industry. We've always been a sector. Hugh, we have to turn this into an industry. Please, Baba, but you cannot rest in peace. You must help us. You must finish off what you started, Commander.
People have taken to social media to pay their tribute to the jazz legend. Kagiso tweeted, waking up to the sad passing of Ntate Hugh Masekela. May his beautiful artistic soul rest in peace. Condolences to the family of Masekela. Fezo expressed his sadness, tweeting in complete disbelief about the news of Bra Hugh Masekela. Rest in joyous peace. Otjusong says the legend has transcended a life well lived, a spirit still grazing. Rest in music, Bra Hugh Masekela. Simon Grindrod tweeted, SA salutes an icon, a national treasure. Thank you, sir, for everything that you gave us, much more than just your legendary music and talent.